So do you need to be able to just repeat word for word, like verbatim, what was in your declaration? We're talking about when you get to your interview and you're giving your testimony, you're explaining your case, you're answering questions, including probably difficult, hostile questions. Do you have to just like repeat word for word what was in your declaration? Or is it okay if you explain your story in sort of different words? Well, look, you don't need to say it word for word. However, in your declaration, if you quoted things, like if you said, then the bad guys came up to me and they said, we hate you because of your religion, then you should try to, at your interview, you need to try to quote them. Like you need to try to use the same words that you use in your declaration that you were attributing to other people. Because if you don't, then they can say, oh, that's an inconsistency because, in your declaration, you said that the bad guys said, we hate you because of your religion. But now today in the interview, you're telling me that they said, we hate you because you renounced, you changed from the old religious ways, which are kind of two different things. So the short answer is, or the answer is, to the extent that you have quoted people, that you have indicated like, oh, they said this certain thing, you should try to memorize that part and repeat that word for word as closely as possible. For the rest of it, you don't have to say it verbatim, but I mean, look, the closer you are, the better. That's why I do recommend that you basically memorize your declaration. I think you should basically memorize your declaration.